Hey everybody, it's me, Zachary Michael, also. Oh wait, I usually say, hi YouTubies. It's me, Zachary Michael, also. And today, I've got fursuit drama, and this is courtesy of Hannah, who DM'd me. She's not on the research and development team payroll, but I do appreciate her DMing me about this fursuit drama. This is on Instagram. This drama today is coming to you from Instagram, from a user over there with 24.9 thousand followers named Fading Forms. I don't know, to be honest, I don't know what any of these things mean. MDNI, I don't know if I want to know what that means. Artcom's open. Alpha of the Paparazzi Pack? My good boy? I assume that means her man. Oh, it means minors do not interact. Okay, that's helpful. No, that's good. That's good. Great. Good. Yeah. As they shouldn't be. All right. So, this is the person, and they have a 4-part Instagram reel series talking about their commission of a fursuit. Damn, so she fucking on this page? I don't think so. It just looks like drawings to me. It looks like she just draws. She's an artist. Oh my god, it is like the Mermaid Tail Girl. Now, see, I told you all, because the people... Listen, I do believe I have more than one furry in my... I have more than one furry in my audience. I know I at least have one, because there's one that, like, sometimes posts their like, furry art in the Discord. That ICP guy bought a fursuit for his daughter, right? Girl, I can't do Insane Clown Posse discourse again today. I don't know. I can't do Insane Clown Posse discourse today. I really can't. Show your fursona that they drew of me. Did they draw a Zachary Michael fursona? I don't really remember that. Do I need to go look that up? I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. Where's the Zach furry? Zachary, let me just scroll through the art section, because I bet I'll find it. Just scrolling. I keep scrolling. Or should I search fursona? That's not me. Oh, that's them. Me, drew me and my friend. Where's the Zach fursona? Where's the Zach fursona? Somebody have it ready to link. Read chat. Look at chat, Zach. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah. It's my furbsona. It's my It's my furbsona. It's so cute. It actually really is cute. I really do think so. Yeah, that's my furbsona. It does. I do kind of fuck with it. No jokes. Like, I'm really into it. So anyways, this is all about this Instagram content creator who ordered a fursona and regrets it. Okay. Do Furbies have tails? Well, kind of, yeah. See? see Big Goods? Oh, I got the short shorts on today. I promise I'm not Winnie the Poohing it. It's got a little tail. This is Big Good. Do you still have Shelby? I do! She's right here on my... Shelby's right here as well. Shelby's is more of like a mohawk tail. But this is Shelby. I don't think she works anymore, so she's not gonna freak me out anymore, but this is Shelby. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. God damn it, Carly, getting that song stuck in my head. Hoochie Daddy shorts are out. Hoochie Daddy shorts are always out. And my overconsumption shelves, exactly. No, for real. All right, are y'all ready to get into this fursuit drama? If you are, could you put some 69s in the chat? Y'all gotta watch Big Brother tonight. It premieres tonight. I got friends coming over. Can you believe? I have friends! Oh my gosh, that girlie that was like, get a life, buddy. If I didn't have a life, then would I have friends coming over to my house that I own to watch Big Brother tonight? I tried convincing a previous employer to get a fursuit of their mascot. They were not on board, and I was so sad. Where can we stream Big Brother? I've never watched, but you've convinced me. Well, it airs on CBS, and then I think they usually put the episodes onto Paramount Plus the next day. And then on Paramount Plus, you can watch live feeds. Yeah, I don't rent. I own. All right, let's get to the first part has 1 million views on it, by the way. Oh, wait. Oh, let me turn up the volume. Turn this one up. All right, ready?
Why'd you put ping pong?
Oh, wait. It says, not trying to start drama, just leaving an honest review. This process was horrible, and they can't take criticism like an adult. And then she said, I commissioned Gara fursuits or Hera fursuits, and I regret it.
On the inside of the ears. Without telling me. Without any communication whatsoever. Girl.
Girl.
What the fuck is this? I've been so fucking nice about this, but what the actual fuck is this? Why are the ears at the top like 2 fucking inches away from each other? They're supposed to be on the sides. That no fucking dog.
The water sound. You have to pee. You have to pee. You're going to go pee. You have to pee. She's got some kind of water feature. Yeah, she got some kind of water feature in the room with her.
With floppy ears, has their ears 2 fucking centimeters apart.
Well, one would argue that this isn't a real dog. One could argue that this isn't a real dog. Commissions are like thousands of dollars. They have the right to be this nitpicky. No, I don't disagree with that. That's the same as like the mermaid tail drama we watched. That I think that girl also spent like $1,000 on it. I think it was fine. I think it was fine for her to be upset about it.
And now let's move.
No dog has fuck me eyes either. Okay, say that, Colin. Wake that up.
Move on to the inside. Why is it unlined? Why is the neck unlined? I paid 1.2k for this fucking fursuit, and the neck is unlined. But
$1,200. $1,200 is crazy. I feel like the solution to this is to not be a freak that orders a fursuit. I don't think furries are freaks, just to be clear. That's not a take I will be agreeing with. Listen, people want to wear fursuits. Who am I to keep them from a good time? You know? Them being in fursuit, like, would I personally wear one? Probably not, because I don't really have an interest in that. But that shit don't impact me. It doesn't have shit to do with me and my family.
Holy shit, this process is so rushed to the point where the inside, there's little, like, holes in the cheeks, and the fur comes out of them and tickles my little, cute little face. So that's really fun. That's really fucking fun. There's a head strap. Didn't tell me there was gonna be a head strap. This fursuiter's communication is so bad, and I'm so mad.
As somebody who would like to know more about the drama, I would like to know what the communication looked like, because that could get me really on your side really quick, you know. Or it could get me off your side if it's unclear that, like, maybe you were the problem. I'm gonna need more information. That's what I'm gonna need. I would also like to know what it was supposed to look like, because that was the thing about the mermaid tail, is that girlie, if I remember correctly, she showed what she thought she was getting versus what she actually got. So that's my thoughts. It needs a built-in fan like Levi's Crow Mask. Levi's Crow Mask has a built-in fan? That's kind of badass. That's kind of badass. As a fledgling furry, I've seen a lot in my short time, but most people are chill at in-person events. Did she send them a full drawing with details, or was there a lack of communication on both sides? Levi made it himself. Okay, Levi. Okay, work.
I'm so mad. They simplified her design. This is not what my persona fucking looks like.
Oh. Okay, well, that's a cartoon. Just to be clear, that's a cartoon. So yeah, it's probably not gonna look exactly like that. But I agree, that's not the same. At a minimum, the colors aren't even really the same. Oh! I hate this.
Why'd you put pink on the inside of the
I hate this. Wait, why can't I go back? Why is there no scroll bar?
ears?
Oh,
without
God.
telling me.
Okay, we're just gonna have to let her talk for a second until it gets to the right spot. I just wanted to go back and look at the picture again. Oh no, Zach, you haven't seen some really well-made suits. They do often look exactly like the cartoons. Right, well, I'm just saying, like, well, I guess that's fair. Okay, good to know. You need a different kind of head shape for that dog. Like, a kind that maker probably doesn't do, not gonna lie. I'm kind of... Wait, also, can I say what I'm kind of shook about? Is that... Wait, I should let this keep playing while I'm trying to get back to where we're at while I'm yapping. The thing that I'm kind of shook about is how many of y'all have come out and been like... Here's what I know. Is that it? No, I accidentally clicked off the video and there's no scroll bar for me to just go to the part of the video. The part of the video that we are at. So now I have to just let it play in silence for a second until we get back. So yeah, here we are. Is anyone surprised that I'm a flavor of furry? Anna Bunny art? No, not really. Not you. Not you specifically. Not you specifically. I don't know why Instagram, maybe it's just desktop Instagram. I don't know why it doesn't have a bar down here. I feel like I should be able to scroll. I feel like I should be able to. Sometimes you can download Instagram videos. Maybe that's what I should have done. Does that give me an option? Go to post, share to, copy link, embed. I don't know. We're just going to have to work with what we got. I may think this is insane, but then I remember I used to do spells because I wanted to be a vampire. I do think some people should check themselves before they wreck themselves, because, like, people are out here being witches, vampires, Christians. Maybe that was too far. Maybe that was too far. They got reborn dolls. Lots of people like to play make-believe. Okay, ooh, we're back. We're back. We're so back. Okay, I do think the colors are a little off. And yeah, the shape of the head is definitely not this dog. This dog has a much shorter snout. This dog has a much shorter snout. All right.
I asked them to put just a little wing, like maybe some eyelashes on the eyeliner.
Right.
And I quote,
"Because you're a girly." And honestly, look at her eyelashes. Her eyelashes are kind of badass. I also love her hair. I like the, like, little curly bob.
I stay within my style.
Oh, okay, wait. Receipts. It a bit more feminine with eyelashes. Gara FURSUITs. Oh, also, by the way, I tried to look up this on Instagram, this account. And I think they deleted their Instagram, just to be honest with you. I'm gonna try one more time, just in case I fucked something up. Yeah, it comes up and says this page isn't available. Oop. Anyways, I can add some extra liner on the bottom. And then she said, meh, I was thinking for on the upper eyelid. I could draw up an example if you'd like. And then they said, I stay within my style. So basically, they told you they couldn't do it, is what I'm hearing. Is this recent drama? Yeah, well, it's from 7 weeks ago. This post was made 7 weeks ago. So, for me and my family, that feels like she told you she couldn't do it, and that's not her style, and you still agreed to it.
That's what they fucking said. Eyelashes aren't moving out of your fucking style. Oh my god.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I think she's well, I don't know. Whoever the artist is, I think they're allowed to be like, yeah, that's not how I like to do it. If you still agreed to keep working with them, I don't know. Not convinced by that. Not convinced by that argument.
This is not my persona. Your communication was shit. Your communication was god awful, and I have 4 people.
That communication honestly looked fine to me, though. I feel like that person clearly said, yeah, I don't want to do it. Just because she didn't agree with you doesn't mean that, like, the communication was bad.
Who came to me and told me their experiences with Gara FURSUITs. Do not commission this fursuit maker. They are god awful, their communication is shit, and they're passive aggressive if you don't fucking like something. They pressured people into changing their own colors for their fucking personas. And oh my god. It's bad.
Well, then show those receipts. Show me those receipts where you were pressured into agreeing to change the colors of your fursona. The quality is kind of questionable, but they are a cheaper maker. 1.2K is kind of on the cheaper side for suits. Oh my god, Remy is live with Rosie. Remy is in Florida? Jen, get to work. I'm sorry. I shouldn't joke about that. I shouldn't joke about it. I shouldn't joke about it. I don't snipe usually. I did make an exception when I was doing the charity stream. I did make the exception when I was doing the charity stream or whatever. But otherwise I'll just plan on catching it tomorrow. So y'all are more than welcome to go watch somebody who is sniping. No offense taken. And you can just catch this on the replay if you want. So no worries. No worries. No worries. Not at all. Okay. All right. We gotta wrap up the fursuit drama.
Fucking do it. No, fucking do it.
Oh.
Why'd you put...
Okay, so that was the end of that video. There were no receipts in that felt convincing to me at all. The only thing I will say is, like, divas, if you want to watch my content about Rosie later, then, like, don't say things in the chat now so I can give you an accurate reaction, you know? That would be the only thing I would say. Y'all are welcome to go watch somebody else who is in fact watching him. I take no offense to that. I just, for the sake of entertainment purposes, I will watch it later, and so I just don't want to be spoiled, if that's chill. All right, sound good? Sound good? All right, so there is a second video where she says part 2, evidence and screenshots. On the first video, I will say she had comments turned off. On this video, she has comments turned on. Okay, all right.
So my first video was not okay. I was livid, I was mad, I was angry.
Oh, I should say the caption says, I'll talk about my side more in all of this, as I'll be posting this in a small series, but I'm open to any comments or criticism on how I can do better. That's why I turned the comments off on my first video. She didn't say that last part, I added that.
I shouldn't have let that come forward and affect a bunch of people, especially fursuit makers. And some of them felt very, criticized by the way I worded some things. It's okay not to have a liner in your suit. I didn't know that most suits are not lined. I'm sorry to the fursuit makers, but...
I didn't know that most suits weren't lined. Then maybe, it's true then. Maybe you should have chilled out a second then before coming. Because, like, also just to be clear, it seems like I would guess that this is kind of the reason that that fursuit maker is no longer on Instagram. You know? like because of her video, it seems like they're like, let me get the fuck out.
Definitely felt like I was out of line about this, but a lot of people did come to me and also had problems with this maker. So I'm gonna provide some proof this time.
Hell yeah!
I have my trusty iPad with me. Let's talk about this.
I'm kind of gagged that she's wearing a Sturgis shirt. If you don't know, Sturgis is like I can't remember if it's Wisconsin or Minnesota, but it's a big, like, biker festival rally thing that happens where a bunch of, like, motorcycle bikers get together. I only like vaguely know about it because I have an uncle who, it's in South Dakota. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I had no idea. I had an uncle who always had a Harley, and he always went to Sturgis.
So first one, we have someone who wants to refund their fursuit.
Wait, go back. Wait, I thought it was gonna be up longer.
So
Fuck.
my first video was...
Fuck. Instagram, do better on your desktop. These aren't her own receipts. It doesn't seem like it's her own receipts. The way she just worded it did make it sound like these are receipts from somebody else, which I also think it's kind of fucked up, to be honest with you. Like, I want to know why you had a bad experience. Okay, let's see if she's about there.
But definitely felt like I was out of line about this. But a lot of people did come to me and also had problems with this maker. So I'm gonna provide some proof this time. I have my trusty iPad with me. Let's talk about this. So, first one.
All right. Something conflict of interest regarding the interpretation of my Sona and how it will fit within your style, because I'm worried that some key features that are very important to me might be bypassed or overlooked. I think it might be best for me to look elsewhere for the creation of my suit. I was hoping to get a full refund since you have not started making the suit. Hi, per my terms of service, I don't provide refunds at any point, especially given that I've already bought the base. The best I can offer is you paying $100 more and I'll ship you my lion pre-made. Well, then I would be curious, like, oh, are those the terms of service and agreement that people agreed to whenever they signed up to buy a fursona from this person? This really feels like the typical furry hit piece. She doesn't like this maker and is trying to back up her dislike. The bullying in the furry community can be brutal. It seems really, really fucked up to be taking other people's experience with this and not just providing the feedback that she personally has from her personal experience. Because the one screenshot she showed from her own experience, in my opinion, wasn't indicative of bad communication. And it sounds like this person is like, listen, I don't do refunds. That's just part of my terms of service. I don't know what to tell you. But I don't know. Let's see what she has to say about this.
We have someone who wants to refund their fursuit. It doesn't align with their style, whatever. Jara offers...
I don't have the means nor an obligation to refund. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, that isn't going to work for me. Is there any way I could get a partial refund? $500, the cost of the base. I would like to see the terms of service. Unfortunately, I looked up Garrus fursuits, and I don't think it's like anywhere, not just on Instagram. Like, I think they got rid of everything. I'm confused as to how they determined it doesn't align with their style after paying, but before it was started. Well, that is also really confusing. I don't know the process, and maybe some of you that are furries in the chat can share, but like, I would imagine if I was going somewhere to get a fursuit commission, I would take a look at the work that person has done and see if it aligns with like what I wanted. So that's also why I'm confused, because like, how do you all of a sudden say that like your style doesn't match what I wanted? I feel like before commissioning, you should investigate if the artist can fit the style you're looking for. Yes. I feel like most fursuit makers would do a consult with you before full payment is made. I would also think that. It's kind of like, to me, it kind of feels like if I, and this is just on my mind because I literally just reached out to a tattoo artist for another tattoo. And it'd be like if I went up to that tattoo artist and I said, here's what I want, after looking at their Instagram and all the things that they do in their style, and then they drew me something up and I was like, and then they started tattooing it and I was like, well, this isn't really my style anymore. Like, I don't think it matches what I wanted. I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit different because obviously fursuits are a little bit less permanent, obviously, but...
a lion pre-made. In the end, they responded with, harassment will not be tolerated.
They said no. So you're canceling your order if I got that right? Yes, I'm canceling my order. Okay, bye. Harassment won't be tolerated. Okay, that is maybe a weird comment to make. I don't know. I don't know if anybody here is harassing anybody. That seems a little weird. Um I just I just don't understand still also why this girly is sharing other people's experiences.
I'll definitely be showing a clear screenshot of that, but who is harassing you in this? I don't think asking for a refund is necessarily harassment. And then we have another one. So, first,
Again, another one that's not her experience. I have angina. The drag queen? I hope you feel better. Hi, any update? No, I'm ill. I can call a mail courier on Monday if you need it that fast. They said perfect. Were you able to call the carrier? No, but I'm getting better. I think I can go to the post office tomorrow myself instead of spending money on a carrier. I thought these were from her. No, these are screenshots that people sent to her about their bad experiences. Regarding harassment, we don't know if they weren't also emailing the artist or messaging somewhere else all at the same time. True. True. Okay, that's kind of unprofessional. I do think if you're having a business, you have to have plans for when you're not feeling feeling well. But I also don't feel like it's like there's no communication whatsoever. You know? Only 2 days had passed. 2 days had passed between March 8th, 2025, when they asked about there being an update, and then on March 10th they messaged again and said, were you able to call the carrier?
few messages, doesn't matter. But this person is talking about when they'll receive their fursuit or when they'll ship it off, which is totally respectable. Awesome. You're allowed to ask your maker when your fursuit will arrive. So they just blew up. I'm gonna provide.
They just blew up. Oh, it pretty much does. I realized it. Well, oh, wait. Okay, so again, it's also hard because it's clear that there's some messages that aren't being showed too. Because this person says she's the fursuit maker's responding to a message that's not on screen that says, "I won't make those mistakes again." And then the fursuit maker says, "Oh, it pretty much does. I realized it while working with you." And then that person said, "What do you mean?" And the fursuit maker said, "You're fussy AF and think that maker owes you anything. And you was rushing me to ship your head even though I'm sick. Because I wanted minor things changed, I'm fussy. And yes, I was checking in to ensure when you were shipping, not once did I say your sickness was a joke. I said, feel better." And then she said, "You literally demanded me to change my style in order to accommodate you. Ears and lashes." Oh, are you okay, buddy? Hey, you okay? You alright? Oh, the fursuit drama is crazy. I would say... I would say that's not the most professional way to respond, for sure, for sure. Do I need to make this a little bit bigger? I don't know if I can make the actual video itself bigger for y'all to see. So I'll just make sure to be reading it all for you. Nobody asked Poe about his persona. Isn't he already his own persona? If their terms of service doesn't have no eyelashes in the biggest letters, it needs to. Do these people not ask questions about style choices before handing over hundreds of dollars? No, I'm also curious. I'm also curious. Am I a literal cartoon rabbit? I don't know. Are you? Are you? I don't know. Anyways, all this is, I'll say in this screenshot, yeah, the professionalism is missing. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure.
Some screenshots, but it's not okay to be talking like someone in this manner at all. Especially if they're a customer and asking for things like lashes, like additional add-ons, things that you accidentally got incorrect in the time you made it. That's okay. But talking like that to someone that is commissioning you is not okay. It's not alright at all. Nobody should be talking like that to anybody, especially someone who is your customer.
Right. Oh, that's it?
So
Okay, that's the evidence and screenshots. I want to see your evidence and screenshots. That's what I'm still also stuck on. It does feel borderline scammy, but they're providing a service, amateur or not, so technically I guess it's not. How much did she spend? She said that hers was $1,200. That Diva's hair is amazing. No, I agree. Her hair is beautiful. I love her hair. All right, here's part 3. More evidence and screenshots. Surely this time she'll include her own.
Alright, and then we have a friend of mine. So, first of all, they neglected their glasses in their fursuit.
Glasses accommodation. This was neglected to be added to my suit, even though it was basically the first thing I said. This is a major part as to why I can't wear her since I'm legally blind without glasses. And then I'm trying to read the screenshot. It's even small on my screen. Hi, do you have any other forms of payment? It's not letting send the money for some reason. Also, I wear glasses and would need the glasses friendly padding. I will say, I wouldn't assume that lashes or not were a choice of style that couldn't be done. That feels like something that could be added, and I'm wondering why they're so against adding them to their suits. Are they using some sort of pre-made detailing for the eyes, and that's why no lashes? Girl, I don't know. That's maybe a good question. I don't know how fursuits are made. It does, without knowing anything about it, to me, intuitively, if there's somebody that can add lashes to the bottom, I don't understand. Because that one picture she showed, they had lashes on the bottom. So I don't understand why you couldn't add them to the top, but hell if I know. Maybe what this maker needs to do is have a process for, like, here's the walkthrough, here's how we're doing it, here's what it's gonna look like. Are there any concerns you have? Because if you think about my tattoo comparison, before it gets to the part of, like, putting the tattoo on my body, the tattoo artist lets me look over the design. They even, like, let me try it on different places in my body to see, like, with the stencil, to see if that's where I want it. There's, like, a ton of shit that goes into it before we actually get to that. So maybe that's something this person could put as a part of their fursuit making. The communication in that last screenshot was definitely off. It's not a bad thing if the details are pre-made, but it does need to be said ahead of time so people are aware before they purchase. Yeah. I wish we could go look at this person's, at this fursuit maker's, like, page to see what is to be expected.
After reminding them several times. And then we have a fur mishap. This is a lot of text.
Fur mishap. Gara seems to have a tendency to kind of... Oh, this is somebody... Okay, these screenshots that she's showing here is just somebody messaging her. This isn't even... these aren't even screenshots between Gara and customers. Gara seems to have a tendency to kind of choose the fur for you. I generally agreed since I have had a bad past commissioning suits and get generally nervous now navigating the process, especially if ideas get shut down early. They end up messing up and order 2 furs that were basically the same color. Due to this, Gara had me purchase the new fur, $118. I ended up refusing to take the fur, not because I was completely unwilling, but because they told me I would have to pay $150 again in shipping to receive it, which I could not afford, especially after buying the fur, and that already pushed me out of my budget and forced me to rely heavily on my boyfriend until I got paid. No, yeah, this isn't giving receipt. This is just giving, here's my story. Listen, I don't know the ins and outs of fursuits and fursonas and things like that, but some things I am a little bit knowledgeable about is receipts when it comes to online internet drama. So maybe that's why I'm leaning a little bit into, it's not giving receipt to me. It's giving hearsay. This is this person's story. But also, yeah, it also sounds like maybe getting a fursuit isn't in your budget right now. Maybe it's, again, like on the other side of things, like maybe this fursuit maker should have clarified some of these things to begin with.
So I'm not going to read out all this and then asking them for more money to have to pay for shipping for the fur that they need for the fursuit. I'm sorry, but you should include shipping for your own fur to make the fursuit head in your own prices. You should not make other people pay your shipping for your fur for the fursuit that you are making for a customer. All right.
I found a review of one of Gara fursuits on TikTok, but it looks like they bought the fursuit already finished. She would post them on her Insta, and then people would buy them. Yeah, no shipping and fur cost should be included in the initial price of the suit. I do agree. Pull alert. Pull alert. Is it a scam or is it a lack of communication understanding? I put a hold on paying for more tattoos because I have other responsibilities. Financial maturity is a blessing.
Piercings. They've done piercings in the past on some of their fursuits, but they declined, saying that it looked weird, or that they just didn't like the process of doing it. That's okay if you don't like doing piercings, but if you've done it in the past and someone wants them, I don't know, it just kind of feels iffy.
I don't... Those are the things that I struggle with, because, like, why does somebody have to do something if they don't want to do it? I did manage to find Gara's terms of service. Do you have a link, Starry Skies? I'd love to read it. I would love to read it on stream. I don't think anyone has said they're a scam in the drama itself, that just that they're unhappy with the quality and communication. Yeah, that part for sure. Okay. Ooh, here. Thank you, Starry Skies. Appreciate that. This is Gara Creations Terms of Service. By commissioning me, you're confirming that you've read this document and fully agree to my terms of service. You must be 18 plus years old to commission a custom suit or buy a pre-made. Anyone below that age will need to pay through their parent or guardian, plus provide an ID and consent to pay of said guardian. Conduct. Proper reference sheet and description are required. Generally speaking, you can add some changes to your character after putting the down payment, but it must be discussed with me in advance, and in most cases, you will be asked to pay extra. Emergency orders are possible. Well, so I think that this is probably the part that people need to focus on. Like, are people asking for these lashes to be added after the fact? I don't know. Emergency orders are possible. Rush fee depends on your character, complexity, and desired completion time. All emergency orders require full payment prior to the beginning of work. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'm open to any questions and will reply to you as soon as possible. Usually around 12 to 24 hours, but it may take a bit longer under certain circumstances. Okay, well, in that case, in that case, she probably should have responded to the person asking about shipping a bit quicker, but also did say it might take a bit longer under certain circumstances, and she was sick. I found their Twitter, which is where the terms of service was linked. Their Gara Creations on Twitter. Ooh, perfect. Let me pull that up too, just in case we need to reference that. Stunning, absolutely stunning. All right. I won't tolerate any disrespectful behavior such as harassment, excessive pushiness, or general rudeness. Let's be kind to each other. I want to make commissioning experience as comfortable for both of us as possible for both of us. Shipping. All commissions are shipped via EMS handled by USPS in the US. All orders will be properly packaged, but I'm not liable for any damage or loss of package once it's handed over to the mail carrier. Payment plans. All payment plans begin from the moment of the first installment. A minimum of $200 is required to reserve a slot in my queue. I'll order all materials as soon as you pay off at least 50% of the total amount. The rest must be paid by the end of agreed term. If you decide to back out from purchase at any point, you won't be refunded. Your fursuit and materials will be confiscated as well. This rule also applies to situations when you couldn't pay for your order in time, or if it was canceled by me due to dangerous or disrespectful behavior from you. However, I'm always open for dialogue and can give you extra time to finish your payment plan. I will say some of those messages didn't suggest that this person was open to to dialogue. And it's also, I don't know if it's par for the course in the furry community to have so many disclaimers about, like, harassment. That seems kind of crazy. Because it works like this. Person buys the suit, says they wish to buy the suit. They communicate about design and customer passes along the reference and anything they want added to the suit. Payment is processed. Suit maker makes the suit and then shipping arrangements happen. Either maker pays for shipping or they ask for an extra shipping fee. I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot of concerns about being harassed, and also only based on what we saw from the one message where this creator claimed that they were being harassed. It didn't even really seem like harassment. Spooky Gaming Queen, thanks so much for gifting a sub to Starry Skies. Appreciate it. So the customer isn't allowed to change anything after paying. I mean, that I think that also sounds sus, but also it probably depends on, I don't know, like, how difficult it is to make changes, you know, after you get started. And also it's like, I don't know, if this is the terms of service they're agreeing to, then, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What in the sussy suit drama? Hi, Divatron.
Rosie Rosenblatt, thanks so much for 2 months of subscribing at tier 1. Alright, so that's the terms of service. I think there's... Wait, did we finish this one? We didn't.
Cool. And then they promised the necessary padding.
Nitpicky from the screenshot, but there was absolutely zero necessary padding. I could not wear her as I found her incredibly painful and heavy to wear.
Because it is a head that is 3D printed. I feel like 3D printed heads should have, you know, padding so it isn't uncomfortable on the jaw, especially if it is a moving jaw. That will be against your jaw, that plastic will be against your jaw, and it is not comfortable to wear for multiple hours.
Oh, that's frightening. Alright, so she's got one She's got one more post about this, okay?
Top 5 scariest jumpscares. Scary alerts. Número 1.
I don't like this.
Here's my story. Ooh, jump scare. Editor Marmer here. I just wanted to say this happened all before I posted the video. I had originally posted a story explaining my situation, what was going on.
Oh, there was a Instagram story too. I really did not want to talk about this until I actually got it, as I am unable to get any type of refund. I'm going to try to be respectful nonetheless. Working with them was a bit of a hassle. Communication was really lackluster. They ignored most of the markings on Marmalade's design, and I didn't realize until most of the suit was complete. They added pink along the inside of her ears, which was out of nowhere without any communication about it, and they simplified almost everything about her, and it doesn't have her spark. I spent almost 1.3K, 150 shipping included, on this head, and I regret it completely. Either way, I'll probably just make Marma 2.0 myself instead of commissioning someone. Oh my god, learn how to read, Zachary. I'm extremely sad about this, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with the commissioned head. Do not go and harass this maker. It's merely just for awareness about my position currently.
In fact, I didn't really like the fursuit, and I'd probably be editing some things on it. I explained this to Jara. They were a little bit passive-aggressive towards, that, but, that's just how they are.
Show me receipts.
So, this was before I posted my video. Jump scare again. I got you for the second time. Can you believe that? Anyways, I'm going to be posting some screenshots of what Jara said about me on their story. Yeah, it's pretty bad. They call me a loser bitch on their public story.
I don't want to go back, but I do want to go back. Also, if she's saying all that on her public story, that is a lot. That is a lot. Some things that are kind of standard is something I wouldn't even think to ask about. For example, padding on a moving jaw. You can guess where someone's jaw is most likely to rest on a plastic base, so adding padding there is possible and necessary. That makes sense. That does.
I did get roasted in my comment section. But also she did too. She's the one who turned off her comments first. So we were both getting rained on. I'm gonna be so for real. But
Po baby. Po baby, come here. Hey, come here. You're okay, buddy. Come here. Come on. Come on. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in, buddy. Bring it in. This is your cousin Marmalade. Marmalade. I think somebody who's trying to have a positive relationship with the furry community should probably not be calling one of their customers a loser bitch. There's also this thing, I don't know if people are aware, that when you're a small business and somebody's unhappy with your service, they don't have to necessarily be right, and you still probably publicly shouldn't be calling them a loser bitch. but here we are.
I'm apologizing for my mistakes. Because I feel bad. Not just because I got called out for it, but because I hurt some people by saying the shit. But anyways, I'm gonna let you watch the rest of my video. Here we have a screenshot telling them that...
Alright, before it disappears, I have proof that I sent you the tape pattern and you approved them, so please refrain from talking about me this way. Is this now between her? Or is this somebody else again, still? Hey, so I'd never gotten a fursuit commission, so I don't know what the process looked like. It was my mistake, sure, but you can't always assume everyone knows what the process is and what the lines on duct tape mean. Only after you really finished, I realized that a lot was wrong. Either way, I'm allowed to state how I feel about my situation. And then Gara responded, just admit you lack accountability. This is not her. She has another suit. All right, thank you. Crazy Lean Poncho coming in with the furry everything. I appreciate your help today.
They have proof that I sent the tape in the pattern, which I did. I did approve it. My first one, Marmalade, was a pre.
Now wait, but Crazy Lean, she's talking like this is her though.
Made. So I had no idea how the commission process worked, or how the duct tape lining, put the duct tape on the head, and put the little markings. I didn't know any of that. So I feel like even if you are a seasoned maker, you should explain,
Poe baby. I need you to just lock in for the last 10 minutes of the stream. just lock in for the last 10 minutes, baby. Just lock in. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. Crazy Lame. I think I might have paused her in the middle of her talking, but it sounds like she bought her first one pre-made. That's where I'm going with it. And so that's why she didn't know what the process was, because she's never commissioned something before.
Hey, the fur's gonna go this way. This is the entire process of this. And show images while you're making the markings and stuff. They sent me the images of the markings when they were done with the process. So I wasn't able to voice that some of them are not done, because I know they would have to restart. I felt bad about that. I did not want to make them restart, but I definitely should have voiced more of my opinions during this process.
I don't know why this is here. I don't know why this is here. I don't know why this is here. I don't know why we're doing
Top 5 scariest jumpscares.
Wait, that was it? That was it? I think that's the last of her videos about it, too. I think that was the last of her videos about it, because that was part 4. I don't know. For me and my family... For me and my family, it sounds like that small business fursuit creator is really unprofessional. And it does feel like in a community that's probably somewhat small, where your customer base is going to be somewhat small, you would probably want to be a bit kinder, a bit more communicative. Something also, well, here's also the gag. I was about to say and maybe people who make fursuits aren't people who are used to business, but all kinds of people are furries. Doctors, engineers, lawyers, employees at the McDonald's. The range of professions that people who are in the furry community is far and wide. I don't know. Figure out how to become a better business person. Figure out how to mainstream your business a little bit, because it does sound like some of this feedback would be helpful. I don't disagree that with the maker having some stuff in line in terms of you know what, these are my parameters, these are my boundaries. Here, after a certain point, I'm no longer making changes to the design. Blah 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 blah. But then outline that. Make sure that process is clear for people. And don't call paying customers a loser bitch. That's probably also very true. So on the other end of it though, I don't know that Miss Ma'am was really showing any receipts that made it look like her particular experience was really awful. It sounds like she just wasn't aware of how things worked, and she seems to admit that by the end of it all, that she hadn't done this before. And so for feedback for her is to potentially just like consider these things before you make 4 separate videos on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. So that's all I got. Anybody agree or disagree? Speak now or forever hold your peace, divas. Bum 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 bum. I was kind of getting it to that song that she played at the end. Anyways, that's all I have time for today, YouTubies. Bye, YouTubies! Subscribe!